Hi everybody and welcome to Alistair Davies Golf. Today's video is all about how we can hit the perfectly straight shot. Now the first thing I want to say with this is it's pretty difficult to do and pretty unrealistic to do repeatedly. But I'm going to talk you through the science of hitting the perfectly straight shot, and I'm going to show you a little drill to do to encourage you to have more control in trying to hit the ball straighter. So first things first, the science. To hit a perfectly straight shot can be done a few ways. The best way is to have what we call a neutral swing path, an inter-square to in path, and a square club face and a centered contact. That way will give you straight ball flight. Now, how easy is that to do? Really, really difficult. Because you imagine the speed we're swinging at a golf club at. I swing the golf club about 88 mile an hour with a 6-iron. To time the club face at the point of contact, to marry these things up to give me straightaway ball flight would be very, very difficult. So another way we can hit a straight shot, if we actually have the components misaligned a little bit and we have a toe or heel strike that counteracts the club face. So for example, if I cut across the golf ball, let's say 2 degrees, and I have the club face open, if we were going to do the maths here, the club face would have to be open, let's say 1 degree or so, then the ball will start closer to the club face, 75%. So the ball's going to start roughly around target. Now the ball will have left to right curvature on it with that scenario. But if I hit the ball out the toe enough to create a little bit of gear effect that the ball would have no left to right spin, the ball could also fly straight. So it is possible with non-perfect alignments to hit the ball straight. However, to get it absolutely perfect and subtly right would be nigh on impossible and more luck than judgment. So again, what I'd say to you is most good golfers, or the best golfers in the world, would hit shots as they want to per round about 4 to 6 times. Okay, that's the best golfers in the world. I think Faldo said he did it 6 times around. Hogan stated he's saying it about 4 times around. So I think it's pretty unrealistic for us, me included, to try and stand there and hit straight shots all the time. So my take-home advice would be, if we have a stock ball flight, we'd play with that. If you have a very straight ball flight, it's very good to shot shape every shot. So you purposely stand, hit a fade and draw, and you'd have the same golf swing. We don't want to manipulate your golf swing, but we'd stand in the position that would allow us to create more science that we'd hit a fade or a draw. And the ball might fade or draw different amounts, which means it'll still be in our target zone. Rather than aiming straight and drawing one, fading one, for example, hooking one, slicing one, and the ball finishing offline. So what we're looking for is better intention and more predictability, and hitting the ball more into a zone that we'd want on the golf course. So that's the way I advise a lot of my good players to play if they're very neutral. If they have a stock 2-yard draw and they hit it every single time under pressure, then we just go with a stock shot. I got no problem with that. But again, evidence tells us what to do. If the evidence tells us we're missing greens and short side in the soft, then we might make a change, obviously, and hit shot shapes and play into the wider zones. For the average golfer, understanding how we hit a straight shot, I think is important, and working towards neutralizing our swing, I think is important, and then working out what works well for you. Okay, so the drill. I'm going to hit a short shot trying to chip it between the 2 sticks. And what I want to do is, when I can't chip it through the 2 sticks, then I'm going to work at that level. And I'm going to look at the level I break down. You can make this harder or easier, but this is fairly hard to start with. So I've got a 6-iron in hand. I'm going to basically try and chip the ball and try and chip it through the 2 sticks. And if I can get it up to 40, 50 yards without missing the sticks, then that's pretty good. If I can get it to 70, 80 yards, that's even better. So I'm going to look at where I break down and try and work on that area, and then push it forward each day if I can, or each week. So let's have a go at the shot. So take my stance as normal, slightly narrow because I'm going to hit a chip shot. Okay, so that one went through the sticks, I believe. So then I'd work it further, and look at where I start to break down. And the point of breakdown, that's where I'd stick at for a while till I can get that fixed. And if I'm missing it left all the time, that could be because I'm cutting across the ball or the face is closed. If I'm missing it right, it could be them coming from the inside or the face is open. So I would try and analyze which one of those I was doing not perfect and try and fix that, and then move on. So a nice little drill to work us towards hitting the straight shot or a straighter shot in the golf swing. Remember what I said though, the straight shot is really kind of unrealistic to kind of have as your everyday shot. So we try and get straighter, then possibly shot shape would be my opinion. If If you've enjoyed the video, please click like down below. Post any comments you have about the videos, particularly anything you want me to cover in future videos. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I've got content coming every single week, multiple videos, and thank you for watching.